Well, Shane, let's move it along here. We got a lot to get to, and we just had some breaking news here, kind of, sort of, from Athens. So let's kick it on down there real quick. Where, man, if you're Georgia, you probably don't want this audio leaking out, but the response has been incredible here. Fans are loving it. Everybody's loving it outside of Gainesville, of course. But if you haven't heard a little bit of a snippet here, it's a little hard to hear. I'll turn it up. But some leaked audio. This is allegedly from Kirby Smart during halftime of the Florida game, and he holds nothing back on wanting to whip them Gators here in Jacksonville.
And that being said, if you got kiddos in the car, you may want to fast forward about 90 seconds here.
I still remember like yesterday walking out of this bitch at the half. The look and the feeling I had. Looking at Tyson, looking at Stokes, looking at those guys. You know what, guys? This is our fucking year. This is our fucking year. We do it how we play. It's 0 to fucking 0, and you make them never want to play again. All that shit they're talking, I love it, Jamar. You didn't say shit. You don't say shit to them. You just laugh and point at the scoreboard. Let me get a picture, JD, pointing at the fucking scoreboard. Don't say shit to their undisciplined ass, because we are. We are disciplined. And our ass still don't take the fucking shit out of them. Physically, I want to break them. I'm talking about fucking break these bitches on defense and offense. Let's go.
All right, Shane, I don't know about you, man, but I'm ready to run through a damn brick wall for old Kirby. How about you?
Oh, my God. I love it, Mike. I absolutely love this. I mean, obviously, whoever this poor kid that got recording here, he's running right now. But I'm telling you, Mike, this is what we've been saying about the Georgia Bulldogs, and it's a mirror from the head coach. He knows what this roster is. He knows what this team's about, and he wants to go out there, and he's getting these boys fired up. And why not, man? This is their year. Go out there, and he doesn't want to beat them, man. He wants to kill them. He wants to crush them. He doesn't want to. That's why we've not heard anything coming into the Tennessee game, anything coming into the Florida game. There was no talk coming out of Athens. It's all being kept until this point in the locker room. But man, your head ball coach coming out here, man. I'd run through a wall for him.
Yeah, without a doubt, Shane. And just to add a little more fuel to that Georgia steam right here. Let's kick it over to Kirby real quick. Gives a positive update on George Pickens and running back Kendall Milton. Sounds like, obviously, Milton, they expect him to be possibly good for the Georgia Tech game, which is great news. And no specific timeline here for George Pickens, but if they get him at all this year, this will be fantastic news for the Georgia Bulldogs, and especially, of course, that receiving core.
Yeah, Kirby, just wanted to ask for a quick injury update on Kendall Milton. I noticed you didn't include him in yesterday's update there. And along the lines of Xavier Truss, how has he looked in practice this week?
Kendall is back running, which is good. I think he got up to 10 to 15 miles an hour yesterday, not truly practicing with us. He's cutting and running straight line. Doubtful for this week that we would get him back, but optimistic that we would get him back for Georgia Tech. Is kind of the timeline we've had since the injury. So certainly hopeful we can get him back in time for Tech.
Kirby, last week you told us about, George getting some work with the scouts. So I wanted to see if there was anything new with him this week, if there's any step forward for him in terms of his progression back from that injury.
Well, we're doing a lot of good on good, meaning we're practicing less against the scouts this week and more against ourselves and giving each other good looks. So he's been going against our one defense some. We do 7-on-7. He gets rid of it. He's really doing the same thing he did last week. If that's what you're asking. So yeah, he's doing very similar things, just probably more of it in terms of more reps and more volume, picking that volume up. He's still in a non-contact jersey and practicing with us.